What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. And before we hop back into the Merc Life, I'm hoping everybody had a good holiday season and decided to start off the new year by being a little bit more positive and empathic towards all of the other people in the world. Yeah, it's been rough, but one shitty year down, let's make this one better. Follow the rules, keep everybody safe. So we did a few side missions on the last one. I think we're going to continue that trend today, but first we got to repair all our battle mechs. They got a little bashed up on the last op out. So we're just going to go into our star map and we're going to jump over to Federadted. It's in Draconis Combine territory. So we'll be able to get it fixed up. The real question is, do we want to fix up our Atlas or do we want to put it in storage? Because we've been doing pretty good with those king crabs. I'm tempted to throw the Atlas into cold storage just because. But while we're here, let's check the barracks and see what we got for pilots.
Ship, but boring as hell. I've seen it all. Now, I want to get paid for it.
Well, there is a maxed pilot up here. While his skills aren't maxed out just yet, I think he's still better off than Webb. No, he is not as good off as Webb. Tough call.
I've seen it all. Now, I want to get paid for it.
But I think we're going to hire him anyway. Alright, so for our battle mechs, just got to repair the Night Star. We're going to have to edit the loadout on our Highlander, though, because we lost our ERPPC. It's our last one of those bad boys, but not too big of an issue. And I think our other King Crabs just need to be repaired. So they're minor. And I think we are going to move the other Atlas D into cold storage. Oh, wait, no. Is that the one we picked up? Atlas D, Atlas RS? Yeah, that's the one that we picked up, I think. Yeah, so I guess we can sell that one off. Let's see what's on the market anyway. Dragon, a couple of grasshoppers. So we can actually sell that Atlas D. Make some seabills off of it. Been sitting pretty steady on the seabills that we have. Might as well check what we've got for equipment while we're here. Some AC-20. Some Gauss rifles, which we might want to pick up a few just in case. Lasers. We don't really use small pulse lasers at all. Some SRM-4 Artemis, but we don't really use those. And while we're here, let's just pick up a couple of Gauss ammos. And if they've got any heat sinks, I'd love to see if they had some double heat sinks on the market, but it's going to be very rare that we find those. So we're just going to go in and do some more missions for the Draconis Combine and House Karita. Stern word is, I guess, where we'll travel to for now. We'll get that new pilot into a cockpit and see what we can do with him. Just ease into the new year by blowing up some pirates or FRR or insurgents or, just pretty much anyone. So there's no contracts available in the system we're in, but it'll allow us to see what's out there. So an assassination contract. We've been getting hit pretty hard when we do these, but not a bad idea to go there. There is a Warzone contract there. Now that we're up at this range, let's check out what they are. Assassination, defense, and Warzone, all against the FRR. It might be worth traveling there, and then everything will be set up for us. Nice view of the star as we fly in. Alright, so it does have a black market here. Not seeing anything that's overtly out of place. There's a couple of large pulse lasers, but we don't really use those. There's narcs on the market here, but we don't really use those either. Oh, it would be so much fun to throw a narc onto one of our machines, but again, we don't use too many missiles. What do we got for battle mechs on the market? Wow, let's stay in the market, Dre, and not be a complete idiot. They got a Victor and a Rifleman. It's a pretty decent Rifleman, all things considered, but can't really use it right now. Alright, let's go to contracts and see what they've got available for us. Let's look at that assassination contract first. Group of outlaws have escaped from prison and gone to ground somewhere on Naja 5. Reports suggest free FRR. I'm just going to go with FRR. Agents are meeting with them to learn how they exploited our security and escaped. Hunt them down and let them know they cannot escape the law. Okay, so some good old-fashioned bounty hunting. That should be good for now. Now, Webb, you are our weakest pilot here, so we're going to swap you out for Bubsby. Not really a change in outlook. I should let you level up fairly decently. We got to get McClellan and Bubsby a little bit higher in their rankings for all their weaponry. The only thing he's not going to level up right now is his solid shot, autocannons, machine guns, and the like, because he doesn't have any on that Highlander. Everyone else should be fine, though. But let's drop in and blow some shit up and have some fun. Just release all the stress that we've all been keeping pent up. I know I need to relieve some stress, so let's do it.
Attention. Prepare for battle mech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
This group has proved to be a nuisance for our employers. We're tasked with making sure that we find them and put them in the ground. Good hunting, everyone.
Alright, so I think we're going to cut through this little valley that's just to the east of us here. Once the rest of the guys get off the ship. There we go. Pop through the valley. That should lead us around to where the first target should be. I'm guessing that that northwest corner is going to have our primaries at it.
Enemy destroyed.
The rest of the assault lance is doing some work. I do not like being trapped in a valley, though. VTOLs especially can do some real damage to us down here. Personally, if I was piloting a mech like this, I wouldn't want that PPC right there, that close to us, but it is what it is. Bit of a waste of Gauss rifle ammunition, but it's fine.
Acquired.
Target is down.
What did I say about VTOLs?
Target destroyed.
Tango eliminated.
Well, time lock a good end
I'm
of
not
things.
seeing our targets at this location. Make way to the next nav point. We might have more up there.
Ow, rifleman out of nowhere.
Target down. Clear the glowing mech hull. Wrecked.
Alright, that's a rifleman down. Already kind of banged up on my armor, which is not ideal. One of our mechs is trapped back there too, which, again, not ideal at the end of the world.
Splash target.
On you, Commander.
Enemy destroyed.
Target acquired.
Hopefully our last mech down there. Let's lock it too. It's our best secondary pilot.
Tango down.
It's not exactly turning out to be a great thing right off the bat. Hopefully Lockett can catch up. We only got a kilometer to go to the second nav point. Taking a little bit more heat on the Night Star than I really want to. Fortunately, not much we can do about that right now. Alright, both our crabs are caught up.
New target acquired.
I'm gonna guess that either all 3 targets or all of the targets, I don't know if it's gonna be 3 or not, are gonna be at the same location, or we're gonna get 1 here and 2 at another, or something along those lines.
Looks like we got some bad intel. Our target is not here. Let's hope we have better look at the other locations.
Hopefully this ain't a it is a cliff. We're gonna have to go down and through where that target nav beacon was. Whole bunch of fighting with nothing to really show for it. That was an autocannon turret. Generally not something you want to see. This map is very deceptive. So we're gonna have to go back this way. Go around unless we want to drop and hurt our legs, which I don't necessarily want to do. So I have a bad habit of landing on really, really uncomfortable things for our mechs when I drop over cliffs without jump jets.
Reforming on you, Commander.
Just make sure the lance is with us. Hopefully there's nothing else in this little fortification here.
Threat eliminated.
But of course I'm disappointed. Even if it's just turrets, it's still more than I want to deal with on our way to the actual targets. So we'll probably be dealing with multiple mechs in that lance all at the same time. Given that we've only faced a single rifleman, yeah, I'm expecting mech contacts up here pretty quick. Shoot the PPC off, cause why to hell with your building?
Target eliminated.
Not really the mech I want to be. Oh, that's a dragon and it's close range too.
Destroyed.
Okay, it was a dragon, and I think we cored it. It's flying FRR colors, so not too worried about that. Got a VTOL over here.
Target acquired.
I don't stop for no red lights. See how they make it through the cityscape there. Well, that's one way to kill a tank. Still taking way too much damage on that center torso. It's the one downside of the Night Star really is the canopy is so far out.
Target neutralized.
It's really easy to hit that center torso.
We are rallying on you, Commander.
That's the second time someone's got caught up on something. Who is it? Is it Lockett again? Let's see if we can order her
Copy. Repositioning.
over there and get her off whatever she's stuck on. I'd really rather not go into a fight without a full lance.
This never gets old.
Maybe we can bump her off. Well, that sounded really, really negative considering it's our own mech, but...
With you.
Alright, there we go. Should go around that little obstruction. Alright, now I need you to move, Bubsby. There we go. Now the lance is moving in the right direction and we've got all 4 mechs moving. The clamps on the side of the king crab. I love some of the little touches that they put into the mechs. If it wasn't an active war zone, this would almost be pretty.
All our targets are here, Commander. Be careful and take them out quick.
I don't want to rush right into a fight. I want to see what we're dealing with first.
Target acquired. Incoming missile.
Enemy mech eliminated.
Okay, so that was an Atlas down. Clear for a couple of Gauss shots on this.
Incoming missile.
Kill for me. Hell yeah.
Okay, we got a King Crab and an Awesome, and it's the 8T version of the Awesome. Lance isn't looking too bad. Let's see if we can swing around and flank this guy a little bit. I didn't want to engage the King Crab. Oh, center canopy got hit. Show our rear armor a little bit. Let's see if we can get behind the rest of the Lance. He's got burst fire AC-20s on that King Crab. Let's see if we can snipe that shoulder. Alright, with those AC-20s out of commission,
Enemy destroyed.
not as big of a threat. We still can't let him hit my center torso anymore.
Target.
I just took that
And Lockett, you are cleaning up. Oh, there's enemy reinforcements right there.
Target acquired. Target acquired.
Neck wrecked.
Target acquired.
Alright, come on, get around. Line up.
Got our target. Nicely done. I have all targets showing up as KIA on my scopes. Great work.
Oh,
That bounty is ours. Fahad will break open a case of Timbiki Dork when you get back to the ship safely.
yeah, I know I'm sparking, but that went a lot better than I thought it would. It'd just be some repairs. I don't think we lost any weapons on the entire engagement. Wonder if I got that awesome kill. No one else piped up, so you never know. Ah, it's good to be back. Missed you guys over the holiday season. Hope everybody had a great time. Lots of enjoyment. Got to spoil my nieces, and yeah, it was great. So I'm hoping you guys had a great time too. FaceTiming and watching them open their presents that way, while a little bit different, but it was also safe, and I still got to see the joy on their faces, so technology rules. Alright, let's look at our share costs. We got 12 up for us. Let's grab that large laser. Grab that AC-20 burst fire. And that leaves us 2. Grab the other large laser. Wow, I only nailed 1 mech that entire time, and Lockett and McLennan went all out on it. Of course, can't use that one. Alright, so we didn't get too badly hit up. I mean, my Nightstar took some center torso damage that needs to be fixed. How long would it take to repair out here? 45 days? Don't really want to wait that long. There's a quest over there that we could start, and I think that we're good with House Davion. I don't know if we're good with FedCom, though. Just +1 with FedCom. But we could go to Clenfold and then check out their quest at Tomans. Because we haven't actually worked for the FedCom yet, which is the Federated Commonwealth, which is the Federated Sons, and the Lyran Commonwealth during the time that they kind of joined together. I think it was Katrina Steiner. There's a rare Warhammer for sale. It's just the 6R. Not really too rare. What do we got for pilots?
I
Oops.
hope your techs know their stuff. I'll be watching.
Yeah, no one too good.
You're ready to stop wasting my time?
Alright, let's go in here. Get everything repaired up. So it'll only take like 4 days instead of the massive amount it would take before. Let's look at the star map, since we're over here anyway. There's a couple of... Wow, that went sideways real quick. Blue Diamond and Fatima have rare mechs at them. Well, there's also a quest there. What's our longest repair? 19 days? So if we travel to Blue Diamond and see what the rare mech is, then we can pop up and possibly start that quest. rare Centurions, the AL. Be nice if it wasn't
I know your story,
way
and
too late
I'm
in the
ready to
campaign
give
for us.
assistance, Commander.
Prepped and
I
ready,
like that
Commander.
neural helm. And
I know your story, and
that
I'm ready
neural
to
helm
give
is just
assistance,
awesome.
Commander.
Too bad she's only a level 50 pilot, or else I would snatch her up pretty quick. Alright. So there's nothing really here that we needed. So let's go to Tomans and see what the quest is. I don't know if it's going to put us against House Karita in the Draconis Combine, but we'll find out. We can always do other missions to get them back on our side. Never know. We're mercenaries. We'll shoot anybody for money. A dragon in sheep's clothing. From House Karita itself. The International Security Force, the Draconis Combine's intelligence service, has been monitoring secret meetings between the great houses of Steiner and Davion. While we are unsure of the full nature of these meetings, we cannot allow any formal alliance to solidify between our two border enemies. Too late. Should you choose to accept it, your first mission is to spoil relations between these two houses by raiding a Steiner outpost while masquerading as a House Davion attachment. You know what, we can do that. So 3 contracts available. It's a 340-ton drop. So we're going to have to downgrade a few of our mechs, but we'll take the full salvage shares, some damage coverage, and some payout. Now we are 45 tons overweight, so the first thing I'm going to do is drop our Highlander down to our Thunderbolt, take McClellan, throw her in to a Marauder. Our Marauder's still raked up with that AC-10 burst fire and lots of medium lasers that should really help out. So we should be set to drop in on this one. It'd be nice to run 2 assaults and 2 heavies and see our Marauder back on the field, because it's still my favorite inner sphere mech. But we're rocking a lot of firepower for this. Mostly right there in those arms. Though our Thunderbolt's no slouch. We'll give Bubsby a chance to get some missile and solid slug experience.
We've been given call signs matching the digital signatures of a Davion unit. Now it's time to push forward and destroy the base of the Arcturan Guards, which shouldn't be far from your location.
It's a shame that the enhanced vision modes don't work that well.
Enemy destroyed.
Target acquired.
Some maps like these where we've got good line of sight and everything, they would work, but they're still way too bright.
Incoming missile.
That looks like the base there. See if we can do some damage to it from out here. have sworn I heard a dropship. And there's the mech support.
Target acquired. Destroyed. Target acquired.
Oh, we gotta get up there and help our Thunderbolt out.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Stop shooting up our T-Bolt.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
There's your target objective, Commander. Why don't you go over and introduce yourself?
And line up the shot. And miss completely because I'm an idiot.
Heat critical.
Keep on smashing. They are hurt, but our contract calls for us to wipe them off the face of this system.
HQ is taking heavy fire. All non-essential personnel evacuate immediately. They do have our fuel reserves.
Smashing this place up is proving to be a little bit easier than I thought. I'm not seeing any enemy reinforcements.
The area is down to half capacity. Keep going.
There's the reinforcements I was waiting for.
Target acquired.
Nothing too major.
New target acquired.
Blackjacks aren't hard to deal with.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Target mech is toast.
New target acquired.
Bet you weren't.
Took one down.
Bet you wishing you weren't on call for today's operation, little Mr. Javelin, or Spider, I should say.
Target destroyed.
All right, you gotta die.
Heat critical.
All right, Bubsby's pretty much the only one that's taken any real damage.
Threat eliminated.
Means we can march in and just start razing this entire place. Almost feels bad to walk over the mech warrior barracks.
This area is on its last legs, Commander. Just
I
one
did
final
hear
push,
enemy
and then we can all go
reinforcements.
home.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
I think that was a headshot.
Target destroyed.
Target neutralized.
I think I'm gonna walk away with the mech kills for this one.
Target
Oopsie, how are ya?
acquired.
Oh, you're fine.
Target acquired.
Alright, just a little bit more smash and grab and we'll be done here.
HQ is heavily damaged.
Pretty sure that was a headshot on that Griffin, though.
Good work. The Archer and Guard base has sustained enough damage. I'd say it's safe to call this mission a success.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Heat critical.
I can't sustain damage like this much longer.
Target acquired.
Okay, you lost an arm, that's a machine gun and a laser.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Alright, let's get out of here, people. Okay, you lost 2 SRM launchers and a large laser. Oh, that kind of sucks. As with the SRMs in your shoulders. Might have to swap those out for some LRMs. We'll see. We can do some repairs on them when we get back to base. All in all, though, for a large laser and some SRMs, that wasn't a bad outcome. And there was an epic headshot on a Griffin. I'm pretty sure that was a headshot.
Contract successful. Time to get paid.
An enemy dropship landing to drop off more mechs as we're pulling out. Take that blackjack, that PPC. That'll work. And everybody's healthy. And I did get 6 mechs, so take that. Clinton took the least damage. I dealt the most. Everything except for damage taken was all coming up me. So the next part of our operation for these guys should be up here pretty quick, but we're gonna pop back to Clenfold. Repair up, rearm that T-bolt. Go back at it, but we're probably gonna have to save that for next week. Because while it'll be a little bit shorter, we'll get the T-bolt re-equipped and ready to go. Maybe tweak it a little bit. Still got the Warhammer for sale here, but a big thing. Market first and find in our inventory the Blackjack. And sell that off for a bunch of money. Go to our battle mechs. Most of them it's just repairing them. And a few modifications on the T-bolts. We got for put a good large laser in there. Its weight at 59.56 out of 65. I don't really want to waste that kind of SRM on it, or LRM I should say. And that'll work. 40 days to get it repaired back up. But that'll do it. Anyway guys, I hope everyone's had a safe and happy holiday season. Our mechs are now back in the limelight and we can start making money by blowing things up. So if you liked the video guys, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, pop up in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button. And make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. But remember guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.